أهلا.
أبازا finally we
Finally,
got
we made
here.
it.
صرنا قد ايه عم نجرب نشتغل.
Yeah, new setup. So
الحمد لله. اوكي مشان ما نضيع وقت فوت بصلب الموضوع. حلو. اول شيء بدنا نقول يعني تعزينا اكيد
عبد المناب.
عبد المناب يا big character خبيب, very close to his dad, very
Yeah.
connected.
He was his coach and coach of all the
He
guys
was
in Dagestan.
من اول شيء.
Yeah.
وإذا بدك تحضر bro, he looks up highly to his dad.
They all look up highly to him.
It's
ساعة
a
مشكلة
very
كونر
bad.
his main concern was إنه خايف من أبوه لما يرجع. He's like, my
Yeah,
dad will
إلا
smash me.
my dad. Yeah, هو يعني his dad was always he wrote a book about his dad. He's a
Yeah.
very prominent figure. Anyways, ما بدنا نطول كتير على هذا الموضوع. الله
Yeah.
يرحمه. يعني
الله يرحمه.
very unfortunate اللي صار. أكيد more than anyone يعني خبيب كتير متأثر
Yeah, of
بالموضوع.
course.
Because he
Let's
was
see how
very
he gets
connected to
back
him.
from this.
هلا ليك there's one of two ways. يعني يا بيتحطم الزلمة or he comes back scarier than ever.
I think scarier than ever.
You know what I mean? You
This is
use
Khabib
that.
after
Yeah,
all.
you use that as fuel for a bigger thing. Anyways, moving on. الله يرحمه للزلمة. Rest in
Yeah.
peace. Very big figure. يعني the MMA world as a
Lost
whole lost
big,
someone.
yeah, credible. And
So yeah, UFC
251
finally,
Fight
huh?
Island.
Fight
Abu
Island.
Dhabi. We called it in March.
Remember?
Yeah,
I
we
said
said
as
it.
soon as he said Fight Island, I was like, أكيد they'll come
But
back.
bro, come on, Abu Dhabi government own part of the UFC. Like,
Who
you know,
heck?
it's their place after all.
100%.
Something to promote tourism with everything happening
100%.
around the world.
And I was wondering actually اليوم حطيت post. حطوا post عن
Yeah,
Dana
yeah.
إنه نازل, and you wonder who's really winning in this situation.
Everyone.
Right?
Dana,
The UFC's like
Dana, Abu Dhabi, the UAE as a country. I
بس-
think it's
بس بالوضع الحالي it's just صرف كتير, right?
بس at
فكر
the
ما في
same-
gate, ما في
of
جمهور.
course, بس
يعني
it's
البي
gonna
بير
be-
فيو
it's
بده
gonna be
يغطي
in their
هذا.
time. They're gonna watch. It will be for everyone's benefit for sure.
Yeah,
It's gonna put Abu Dhabi up on the map in MMA
True.
big time.
I
for
think
sure.
هلا like you know they always say
It's like
you
international
need to,
fight week.
you need to spend money to make money,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And I believe إنه Abu Dhabi right now because especially بالوضع اللي احنا عايشين فيه حاليا عملوا مارك كتير كبير, you know, إنه they made everything here, huge cards happening.
Yeah.
مش بس هاي, you have some
4
amazing
events
fights, you know what I mean?
in
غير
like-
الevents,
in
yeah,
like 3 weeks.
100%.
Yeah.
That's يعني that's a lot of commitment, a lot of work. Anyways, فوت بصلب الموضوع. Masvidal
3
jumping in.
title fights.
3 title fights. هلا
That's-
يلا
that's a big
حنحكي بهذا الموضوع. بس Masvidal
Yeah.
jumping in on 6 days قد ايه
6 days.
6
He has
day
to cut
notice.
20 pounds.
20 pounds like 20 pounds يعني شيء 9 كيلو صح.
تقريبا.
For a professional fighter it's not really an issue.
Yeah.
بس remember خلينا نحكي about the leading up to this fight,
Yeah.
right?
Gamebred,
Masvidal right before this ايه انه okay they were signed up Gilbert
Yeah.
Burns بده يفوت بس
He knew something
Masvidal
might happen, so he was always like on standby.
he was on
preparing.
standby. He was preparing with Dustin. He helped Dustin prepare for his Dan Hooker fight, which was absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. هاي بدنا نعمل له بودكاست لحالها
Of
تعيطها.
course.
Anyways,
Fight
مشان
of
ما
the year.
نضيع بالحكي كتير. He jumps before he gets the fight. He has a massive issue about fighter pay, and he
Yeah.
actually almost calls it quits, right? إنه بيقول لك إنه خلاص ما أنا ممكن أترك. هو
Yeah.
وجوني بونز حكوا بالموضوع.
Yeah.
مين كمان? I think Triple C spoke about it as well. No?
Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
You can say Conor, but Conor wasn't
هلا
fighter.
Conor
Maybe Conor was
شو
about the fight he wanted.
شو
the
بده
rematch.
يقعد يحكي هذاك أكتر
Yeah.
واحد عامل مصاري in the whole.
Bubblehead.
هي معنا كونر. So this thing is happening, right? He's arguing for the money. You have to pay me more for who I am, blah blah blah. Fucking Gilbert Burns, right, gets
Corona.
test positive على corona, and at that moment Dana يعني
مضطر.
Masvidal is holding Dana by the balls, right?
Yeah, مضطر. Table stern.
100%. And I believe
وبيدور.
إلا ما. And I believe not a lot of people would have jumped in, right,
Yeah.
on 6 days notice against a fucking animal like
Kamaru.
Kamaru or Usman, you know, a guy who beat Tyron Woodley for 5 rounds and like
destroyed Kobe's jaw.
destroyed Kobe, you know, fuck that guy, I don't even want to talk about him. But honestly, like, a guy who's dangerous, an animal, right? And then you have your boy, he's like, you know what, I'll come in, I'll save your card, but fucking pay me,
Yeah.
right? Sign me a new contract.
And he gets what he
And he gets what he wants. And he gets to fight. بس هلا السؤال المهم, right? He comes in 6 days notice. He's training, okay? شو ما كان. He was with Dustin. He was in American top team, you know, active, let's call it.
Okay.
But you come in against a guy like Kamaru, right? Who's gonna grind the shit out of you. This guy is gonna يعني test your cardio to the limit, right? And Masvidal, have we seen him fight heavy wrestlers? You know what I mean? Like Masvidal calls it. He's like, he's gonna go for my crotch.
We saw him fight a heavy grappler.
Okay.
اسمه ايه Damian Maia.
Okay. But Damian Maia is a grappler. Damian Maia,
not a wrestler.
He's not really like Kamaru Usman, man, is a dangerous wrestler. Right?
Kamaru Usman sets his wrestling up using strikes, which is very dangerous.
Come in. But you have someone like Masvidal, he comes in, I think شخصيا انه اذا بده يخلص الفايت it has to be in the first, second, maybe the third, but he has to knock him the fuck out. He has to knock him out or TKO him. Because غير هيك انا بحس if Kamaru gets in his rhythm, he's gonna
him out or get a finish towards
he's gonna murder him. I feel like يعني if he gets to grinding him out, I don't believe myself Masvidal can make it to the fifth round.
But I'll tell you something, I have a different point. Kamaru, think of it from Kamaru Usman. He was preparing for Gilbert Burns, who's a like grappler and all that.
صح.
Now he has to fight
a heavy striker.
So
okay, Kamaru كمان is in trouble.
There's two ends into it.
True. But being a guy who's a heavy striker, بس, let's say. I don't want to say بس. يعني me personally, the only thing I've actually seen for Masvidal is he had a grappling contest, remember? Right before Pettis' Anthony Pettis' fight. And okay, he's good. He trains with, يعني he has Yoel Romero's his boy. I'm pretty sure they have trained together because that's a whole different caliber of wrestling. But to come in like that, and if you don't manage to hit him, if you don't manage to get his head,
he's gonna have to keep his distance by striking.
100%. Right? هلا they're both at an advantage and disadvantage. صح? Masvidal advantage انه he doesn't know that I'm coming in as and he was preparing for a grappler and a wrestler. And then a striking comes into the equation. And then هيديك بيقول لك okay, I have a guy جايلي on what's it called? 6 days notice.
20 pounds.
انه his fitness when حيكون.
He was never in this.
So that's the first fight.
What do you guys think? Who will win?
Yeah, that's the most important question. Yeah, what do you? Me personally, like when it comes to fights, وانت بتعرف, I don't like to pick someone who wins, right? I like to say what can happen in either scenario. ومثل ما قلنا أو مثل ما أنا I thought at least, if it's not the first or second,
then it will be.
Then it might be Kamaru just grinding him out. Okay, so that's the first fight we have. The second fight is Alex or Volkanovski 2, right?
Alex Volkanovski. Alex Volkanovski and Max Holloway too.
Max Holloway, sorry, معقول أنا قلت هيك. Yeah, Max Holloway, Alex Volkanovski. Max has not been training. Yeah. Well, he has been training, but he hasn't been sparring.
Zoom.
Yeah, he hasn't been sparring.
Yeah.
But you know, مرة Joe Rogan قال, if people over spar before their fights, they lose that hunger to fight, right? It becomes like a weird rhythm. But أنا بقول خيي, like anything else, if you train for it over and over and over again, when you go in to perform, it's just gonna happen.
Yes.
Right? You're gonna execute what you've done.
Yes.
But then again, bro, أنت عم تحكي عن Max Holloway, who's a guy who's a fighter,
but if you think of it, all of the fighters are training under different circumstances.
أكيد.
It's just different for everyone. I think عليه وعلى الكل.
Like some of them.
بس إنه not sparring at all, that's weird.
Some of them have been in camps, huh?
Yeah, but not Max or Max.
Like not full camps.
Thing. Yeah. The first fight was interesting. Alex managed to.
The first fight.
I think it's 5-0, 4-1 maximum for.
أنا وياك أنت الوحيد اللي قلت معي.
It was a close decision.
Even Pinga, shout out Pinga. Even Pinga, bro, he told me, it might have been a closer fight or whatever, but I saw Volkanovski beat him for 5 rounds, right?
True.
But at the same time, man,
you can never count Max out.
مش بس هيك, I didn't feel like Max was in there. Like أنا عم بحضر الفايت, man, I'm like, where's Max?
Max didn't have the best year last year. I'm looking forward to see him come back to this fight.
The rematch, I'm looking forward to a lot.
And this is like a discussion for the featherweight GOAT, because both of them cleaned out the featherweight division. If you
they both took,
aside, they both beat Aldo, they both beat Chad.
100%.
Like, 100%. No, Max didn't beat Chad. But they cleaned out most of the division.
Max, إذا بتتذكر Max after he lost to Conor McGregor is when he just went خرافي, man. خرف على البشرية كلها.
God mode.
Literally. And that fight against Volkanovski like you said, أنا حسيت ربح 5-0. Like 4-1 خيي whatever, but it was domination. Right? I don't know how people argued that it might have been for Max. I did not see that at all.
Same.
So I cannot wait for that one. Really, I cannot wait to see what happens with
شوف,
with
another
Max.
thing we didn't mention yet is the fights are in Abu Dhabi.
Oh,
the humidity, the whole card is gonna just be based on conditioning and
لنرجع yes
إنه your cardio إنه مش هتتعب
100%.
it's gonna be humid as hell. Like you could see in UFC embedded all of them are like complaining from the heat and the humidity.
صح.
مش متعودين.
صح ليك مش بس هيك بنحكي عن شغلتين أو 3 قصص كتير مهمة بهذا الموضوع. هو أول شيء الطقس which is أولنا هن حاطين لك cage on the beach كأنه أولنا they're gonna fight outside. هيدا منظر. Whoever thinks for a second that these people are gonna fight outdoors, you have no fucking idea. You have no idea what the desert feels like. بس إذا بدنا نحكي عن أول شيء that right and then عندك التوقيت.
Yeah, the time difference.
The guys are fighting. يعني the card starts at 1 or 2 a.m. right? By the time you get to the main card, you're talking about 6 in the morning.
So يومهم مقلوب أصلاً.
هن لازم من هلا.
بس if you saw embedded, they're all doing it like.
هن لازم.
They're all like preparing for the fight بحسب توقيت إنه the card. You know what I mean?
صح.
Like عكسوا يومهم. Even Jessica Andrade was talking
about
how she like
ما في حل
7 p.m.
Yeah.
And then here they go.
أنت مضطر if you're gonna have to compete at that time لازم تقلب نهارك. Because مستحيل إنك تضاين من أول نهار لآخره على هيدا النسق كأنه أنت إنسان بشري. So that's number 1 right. Number 2 إنه الطقس. ده طقس لحاله شغلة.
Number 1, 2 and 3.
1, 2 and 3 literally because at the end of the day you're fighting in the desert right. And then عندك التوقيت كتير مأذي. fighters have to adjust to that. شو كمان بعد في مشاكل إذا بدنا نحكي about the heat and the time. هلا that's the most important.
Yeah. Moving on to the third title fight.
حكينا Max Holloway, Alex Volkanovski. Then you have Jose Aldo, Petr, right? Aldo's coming off a
loss to Morales.
A very controversial loss.
Very.
You know
he won that fight in my opinion.
I saw that fight as well. I think did we watch it together? No, I don't think we watched it together. بس أنا كمان حسيت it was a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
Aldo will always remain يعني Jose Aldo man will always remain who he is, right?
Legend of the sport.
Legend of the sport. بس أنا اللي قهرني فيه أكثر شيء.
Stopped using his.
He stopped using his like خي شو بك this is literally what took you
to being a goat for a.
This is what took you to be the goat of goats to at one point, right? He was
number 1 pound for pound. He was
number 1 pound for pound. He held the feather. He was the first inaugural featherweight champ from the WEC when the UFC acquired the WEC. وضله man champ for a while.
And it was all setting it up with the leg kicks.
Leg kicks, right? And then he lets.
They couldn't even stand قصاده like.
تتذكر يوراي فيبر. يوراي فيبر اجره man كان شكله كأنه 16 wheeler فات فيه. So he stops using his main weapon, which by the way we've seen it in a lot of fighters. Like look at Yoel Romero against. I know ما خصه بشيء, بس أدمني مقهور منه against not Whittaker. معقول Izzy against Izzy. You are an Olympian class wrestler. يعني أنت مش you're not just any sort of wrestler. You're an Olympic caliber wrestler, right? Like look at Henry. Henry has always included his wrestling into his fight game, and that's what pushed him to the end.
Yeah.
تيجي أنت you fight a guy who's predominantly a striker. Don't get me wrong, by the way. Izzy has showed good takedown defense. And then you don't do what you're best at. Moving on, ما بدي أعلق كتير عن الموضوع. Aldo against Petr, I believe has to go back to the leg kicks. Petr, we've watched some of his fights. He knocks out Uriah Faber in his last fight. He has a decision against Riviera, and then before that he has a decision win against Dodson. So the guy is a يعني with Uriah, he knocks him out, but then Uriah is يعني he was just عم بيخلص.
But Petr is a very very dangerous fighter.
100%. So if Petr leans a lot on his front leg, on his lead leg, as I would shoot, and his head is forward. He needs to
catch him coming in.
Chop the shit out of his leg.
Catch him coming in, and I think he will.
He said that you heard what he said about him feeling at bantamweight, and he feels great with the weight cut this time. He feels amazing. ما عنده مشاكل. Everything's going well. I don't know, right? But if he comes back to his style, إذا بيرجع man Jose Aldo اللي كان عم بيخزق بشر, he's fucking chopping their legs out from under them, he'll take it completely.
What do you guys think, Jose Aldo?
That's a good one. You think Aldo goes back to the leg kicks? I think he has to, right? Because that's what brought him to who he is. That's who he is. But like you can never, you can't take Petr out of the equation.
Oh, he's very good.
You can't take him out.
He's crazy good.
The guy's an amazing fighter, and then we'll just have to wait and see, right? More than anything. طيب, moving on. Thug Rose. Thug, your favorite female fighter, isn't she? and
have something for her, man.
Jessica Andrade, right? So
first fight was a fluke. I'll repeat this again.
خيي like
unlucky. Let's just put it that way.
That's fighting, right? That's fighting. That is fighting.
And they're both coming off losses.
Yeah.
They both lost their belts.
So Jessica,
fight, they have a lot to prove.
yeah. So Jessica beats Rose, right, and then goes faces Zhang Wei Li and gets absolutely destroyed.
In a minute or something.
And something insane. But Hideki, she's not human, right? Shout out Wei Li, Joanna, that fight.
Of the year.
One of definitely
of the this year.
Definitely one of the main contenders for fight of the year.
That made,
My
like,
God.
So many fights.
We're gonna talk about that.
This is another podcast.
Later, 100%. So, last fight, Andrade picks her up twice, by the way. The first time she drops her, she misses, and then she picks her up the second time, the exact same thing. Rose holds on to a Kimura grip on the arm, which she should have let go, drops her on her neck, knocks her the fuck out. Right?
Yeah.
Rose has a lot to prove. Rose hasn't fought since that fight.
I think Rose comes back.
Andrade fights and then gets absolutely mauled, man, destroyed by what's her name, Wei Li. So they both have a lot to prove, like you said. But Anna, what I think for this fight is that if Rose doesn't keep her at distance, يعني هيديك she can take a beating, right? Jessica can take a beating. But with Rose right now, she needs to keep her distance. She needs to work on her striking, her kicks, so on.
She looked good in embedded with Pat Berry. He's her head coach for this fight.
Yeah, but he's her husband.
Yeah, but first time he's her head coach.
Okay.
But he's a good kickboxer.
You need to, like, I think تتعلم من اللي صار.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
بتقول إنه
هالمرة she's a smart fighter. 100%. She always showed improvement.
100%. She beat Joanna twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, Joanna was goat of goats. هلا أكيد you have Amanda Nunes who's unhuman.
This is the fight game. There's always a goat and another person coming.
That's sport in general, isn't it?
Of course. Interesting fight.
That's a good fight. You know what I mean? It's interesting how Rose comes in. Like I know Jessica's game plan. Jessica's gonna come in. She's like a Karih Kamaru, right? She's gonna come in. She's gonna come maul you. And the thing is, in the women's division, it's just her and what's her name? The one I love. معقول نسيت اسمها مان. تصورت معها لما اجت على UFC. Claudia. Oh my God.
Shout out Claudia.
Claudia, follow us please. Claudia is also a mauler, right?
Yeah.
But she strikes more than Jessica. So if Jessica works on her striking with combination أكيد to her takedown,
dangerous.
she can be one of them because her cardio, bro. Have you seen how she's built? She's dangerously
so
built.
And she was 100%. She was اسمها bantamweight and she's not fighting steroids. She's strong. She's powerful.
But Rose is one of the smartest fighters that we've seen, woman or man.
I think Rose will.
So I think if Rose comes back, you hope, So how that's another one to think about. Rose or Jessica. That's a very good one. That's a really, really good one. Okay.
Leave your comments in the.
Yeah, let us know what you think. أكيد هلا نحنا we have to talk about UFC 251 because it's coming up and so on.
We have عندنا في أبو ظبي. So leave your comments with your predictions.
صح.
Let's see what happens.
صح.
Like, follow, subscribe.
100%.
الكلام ده.
Like more إلا ما did you ever imagine in your life you would say things like that?
Always,
yeah, you have to start. You have to start. ليك برو واحد ما يمسك هيدا هون يعني بالبيت عندي بالصالون, you know what I mean? إنه بس الواحد بده يبلش. So more than anything, we're gonna be talking about the fights 100%. But at the end of the day, we also want to create some very important discussion about MMA in general in our region and talk about important subjects like fighter pay, right? Like fighter management in the Middle East, the fighting culture. يعني small topics that are really, really important, right? And we'll take that step by step today. We like to إنه حبينا نبلش أول فيديو ب UFC 251 اللي هي هلا the biggest thing happening right now. أباظة حبيبي thank you تأخرنا اليوم. يعني نحن we're recording this video at 12:30 in the morning. وأبوظة عنده شغل. Thank you all. Thank you أباظة. يعني thank you for what you have to be here يعني غصبا عنك. It was a good one, and we'll definitely
see you guys soon.
Yeah, these are gonna keep coming. More important topics.
Give us your feedback.
Definitely.
نحكي after 251.
حبيبي. Take a good one.